the last time. So if I set this to default, that makes sense. If I set it to this, oh my god. Oh. Seriously? All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Jesus Christ, I'm so bad at this. All right. I need like a checklist before I start streaming. Check audio. Make sure that you set the screen share properly. Make sure you've got the make sure you're actually streaming. I swear to God. I swear to God, guys. I might crash out. I might crash out. But all right. Let's actually communicate what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to build a factory area. A factory area under here. I'm either going to try and do it under here, or actually, better idea, I'm going to build a dedicated factory area. I think if I do it underground, it's just going to end up being exactly like we've done it a bajillion times before. And I don't want that. So let's build a dedicated factory area above ground. Gonna get Dustin banned. Hey, you can't say that. You can't say that word. And that word is illegal. Also, I need to sleep because I'm getting attacked by stupid phantoms. Yeah, I always build underground. Yeah. I need to change things up because I always build things underground, and I while I'm used to it, it's also not exactly good because there's no sunlight and I can't see anything above ground most of the time, so I'm just kind of stuck in my zone. It's kind of like the Animal Crossing building logic, where you kind of need to separate your living space from your workspace. Being able to see above ground kind of allows you to see that living space outside of your workspace, you know? I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping over here, but I swear to God it works. But alright. Got this. Also, drink water. I have a Dr. Pepper zero sugar strawberries and cream. Alright. I have liquids. I have a form of a liquid. No dark soda. What do you mean dark soda? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I wish I had a Vine Boom. Zero sugar, cherry, float, Coca-Cola. Yeah, I haven't tried the cherry float yet. Heck, your Dr. Pepper with strawberry and cream potato mixed in a little pizza on the side. Man, the frick you drinking? Jack Daniels? Is that your liquid of choice? Hmm? Powerade. Okay. Powerade's not bad. Powerade zero sugar. I didn't know Powerade had a zero sugar. It's not the place I work. Well, to be fair, neither is the Dr. Pepper zero sugar, so that's not really a fair comparison. I didn't see it at Walmart. I mean, I didn't see it at Fred Meyer's. Speaking of drinking stuff, I should eat food IRL. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything. Alright, I guess we're all grabbing food real quick. uh, let's all grab food real quick because I have not eaten either. So, I'll be right back. I got 2 cheeseburger. I love me a good cheeseburger. All right. Let's see. I want the floor to be it was bordered thick inlay. It was either, yeah, okay, this one. All right. I want that, and then grab my building gadget. Let's also do this. One, two, three, 4. 2, 3. Do something a little like this. Somehow ice formed. This is what happens when the industrial complex gets its hand on the Arctic. Bonk. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, why is it... Really? Nope, not that one. Ah, shoot. Alright. And now we switch over to this. Oh, we'll work out the details. Alright. So it's gonna be about that. say about that big. Mass sculpting here. Pretty sure that polar bear's angry at me. But alright. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna say about that big. Did that zombie just commit seppuku? Okay, well technically I think seppuku is a bit different than just killing yourself, but you know what I mean. Can I just... Yeah, okay. Easy. So this is gonna be the whole thing. How do I change build mode? Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Oh well. Let's make sure I have this in my inventory so I know. Okay. I am going to put this in my EMC table and just take out a butt ton. Okay, that is our floor. Don't have enough. Also, I'm probably like offset from my camera. Boom. What's this for? Alright. I'll just be building. Oh, I need to claim this. Otherwise it's gonna explode. For covalent dust. Oh, cool. Low, medium, and high. Sick. I think I need to... Oh. What? Oh, okay, it does the direction. I see. And I'm just gonna put these at the end. I will probably want to end up building higher. So I'm just gonna carve a little bit off. Okay, we've got our own kind of platform here for stuff. Alright, 7 high. Seven high, and then corner. That. Gosh darn it. Alright. We're going 6 high. Apparently I counted wrong on this first one. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't put the end piece on. Okay. Well, too late. I also kind of want to make another space up here because I want to hide the wiring. Like all the grid tech wiring. So I'm gonna make a separate space up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. Boom. Oh, glad I made that. Boom. Okay. Now that we have that, need to build the roof and the walls. So it's essentially just going to be that. Along with a bunch of this. I'm actually, for the walls, I'm going to do a different one. Probably going to go for some kind of planked. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay. Something like that. Okay, not enough. All right. Honestly, I should have done that differently, but post-mortem. Okay. I just need a bunch of torches. Yep, 15 things already spawned. Four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's not enough to light up the floor, but that should be enough to light up the walls. Okay, yeah, it's 4. Yeah, that should be good for now. I'm gonna need to go up there. Gonna need stairs. Yo, welcome back. What's up, spider? I'm building things. Things you've never seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's quickly roof this off. Mega torch moment. Honestly, I kind of do need to mega torch this. I don't really want to prevent spawns, but kind of have to. Oh my god, this looks cool. I actually kind of want to keep it like this. Yeah, this is cool. I want to keep it like this. Let's make a whole bunch of window panes. Or glass panes, as they're called. Where did I put my glass blower? Come on. There's not like a simple wooden one? Man. No fun. I guess this is the best I've got. Oh, I guess I ran out. Really? Dang. Expensive. Let's have some sand going, I guess. Easy dub. Get good. Oh man, I'm gonna jump up. I don't think it worked. I don't really need anything crazy. I just need like a couple more stacks. Just to fill up this last wall. There we go. Alright, this place is fully enclosed. Three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. A little something like that. Looks cool. All right. Is there any unique stairs? That I can make? No. Fair enough. However, there should be... Yeah, framed blocks. So... Frame divided stairs. There should just be, yeah, a whole block. I am going to make 12 of these. So boom, like that. And luckily these are EMC-able. All right. Now let's get rid of this. Do that. And then boom, 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 boom. Oh, it looks so good. I know it's not connected, but I think it looks good compared to what we had before. Would be cool if they did connect though. I think there's a thing for that. It's like a framed hammer or screwdriver or something. Let's grab some sticks and some frame blocks. Let's see if any of these can connect it. Okay, so that rotates it. The back side connects. Okay, so the back side connects, but that side doesn't. All right, that's all right. Yeah, all right. What's up, Enderman? Actually, you know what? I need one of your pearls. Where are you? Come at me. Thank you. I'm still scared of those things, bro. Those things scare me. But, alright, we got an ender pearl now. I need that... for things. I forgot what things, but I know I need them. Oh, elevator blocks are cool. The feeding upgrade, I need it for that. Okay. Let's put all the stuff I don't need in there. And let's start moving everything over, shall we? Okay. Let's actually put this upstairs. Let's put our power generation upstairs. Alright. And then... let's grab our wiring. Gonna need a lot of this. Tape? Packing tape? Need 2 of these. Alright. Perfect. And let's mine out a little area. Let's try and make a bookshelf. I shouldn't need specifically oak planks. course, cork makes it a bit difficult. Alright, I guess I need oak. Oak. Sapling. Fair enough. Oh yeah, I can't access that. Alright. Bone makes bone meal. I should have dirt in here, right? Yeah. Just quickly bone meal a tree. I don't really need anything except the oak. Okay, let's try this again. Leather. Sugar cane. Bookshelf. Okay, bookshelves are not EMCable, so I need to make each one myself. But I can do custom bookshelves. I'd probably want the curvy one. Boom. All right. Boom. Let's just go with the curvy. It looks horrible. All right. Let's try the cork bookshelf, which is spruce. I don't even know what I just did. And that. Let's see how this looks. I mean, like, it's ever so slightly better. Let's move the chest to the other side. Okay, that's better. I like that. It does need a little bit of shaping. Which basically means I just need to do that. Yeah, that looks good. This will, however, need to be like that. Yeah. Okay. And then let's come down like that. Yeah, that looks good. Painting. Should just be a regular Minecraft painting, no? Oh, I can choose which specific one I want. That ruins the fun of it. And actually, that's kind of the perfect one. Is it really just these two? No, also that one. And that one. And that one. I think I'm just gonna stick with that. Alright. Cool. So now we got a crafting station and our chest. Let's get down our machines here, in which we have a couple. We have an alloy smelter, electrolyzer, lathe, wire mill, and I believe I had an assembler. But is that still in there? I don't think I got rid of it. I had an assembler. Yeah, no, it's not in my inventory. Strange. Pizza consumed. Can we get a W in chat for Lucky? Thank you, Dustin4242. What did I do with the... Oh, he's back too. W. Did I not make an assembler? I thought I did. Want a VC? Maybe in a minute. I'm still kind of building here. Still need to make a bunch of conductive wires. So let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I need 19 or 20 wires. So I'm just gonna make 21. I'm gonna make 21 of these. You stupid. No, I'm not. By the way, he's lying. This is not a nice setup, but check out the painting, bro. Sir. You already know it. The stream delay, yeah, the stream delay is kind of crazy. I'm streaming at like 1440p, so I can't do that. Why are you giving me raw diamond, bro? I believe so. I haven't seen it like updated. Let me put everything in here. Oh, dried kelp. Alright, I can't make that in an alloy smelter right now, so I'm gonna have to do that. Why are you giving me all this? Why are you like this? Greed. Greed. The ultimate sin. Oh, I have a lot of conductive iron I can actually smelt. Now, typically I would run this through the wire mill, but that's what I'm trying to hook up. So I'm just gonna use the clippers, the cutters. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, I was one block off. Dang. Would have been cool. Would have been awesome. Would have been cool. And And I was right. 21. All right. 21. Oh my god, I'm stupid. No, I'm not. All right, I'm genuinely stupid. Let's hook all this up. And set that recipe back. Oh my god, I have so much red alloy wire. For the conductive wire, I can set it to that. And then use the wire mill in configuration 1 for that. The electrolyzer can go on the end, because that has a fluid output. And that's what I need the fluid trash for. Did I just say 4 twice? Oh my god. Yeah, fluid auto output. That goes that way. Slash spawn sends you to your bed. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, give me 1 second. I'm still trying to set up everything here. Yeah, let's actually get rid of all that. And do something like that. And then we can output on top. Actually, the fluid output can go on the side. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually those two. I don't actually need an output one. I need an input one. So I'm gonna need my wrench. Was it wrench? Oh wait, no, it was like crowbar or something. Item output is fine, it's just item input. that's set to import. Alright. That should be fine. And then put that on top. There we go. Now we got a basic setup here. I need to make an assembler. Because apparently I haven't made one. I don't know why I haven't made one, but apparently I haven't made one. Oh yeah, I thought I made a bender too. I feel like I'm missing a couple machines. Definitely missing some. Okay, I think I lost some machines in the transfer process. Oh well. Where did I put this steel dust? I don't know why that's in here. Steel dust. All right. Boom. 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 Why am I missing one steel? Oh, I made one extra steel rod. Whoops. Oh wait, no, I need one more. Alright, assembler achieved. Boom. Alright. The thing about the assembler is it also needs, I think, an extractor next to it. Because if I'm gonna be making things like, what is it? The thingamabob, the thingy. The thinger. LV circuits. I need resistors, which in the assembler needs liquid epoxy. Or, well, okay, not liquid epoxy. It doesn't need that specifically. It needs glue. I think this is probably the best one. Unless I can get annealed copper. This one is probably the best. I can't get annealed copper right now, though. I need an arc furnace. I mean, I could probably get this. Sapphire dust? How do you even get sapphire dust? What? But yeah, this is probably the best one. But for now, we can just do this. It only gives us 2, but it should be fine. Which also needs a centrifuge. So let's make a centrifuge. Dustin voice reveal when? BC when? Well, I thought I was gonna be in a bit, but I might not. Feeling kind of lazy. Also, what do I need coal for? What in the world do I need coal for? I did have a bender. What happened to my bender? I don't even know what happened to it. And why do I need coal? Genuinely. Why do I need it? I don't need that specifically. I just need this. And the alloy smelter. Let's change this over to that. That'll make it a lot easier. Also claim whatever I need to claim. Yeah, okay, I had a bender. I don't know what could have possibly happened to it. There's a few blocks that I'm just, like a few machines that I'm just missing, and I don't know what happened to them. They disappeared into the void. Maybe, like, they dropped over there and I forgot to pick them up. I don't know. That's so bizarre. Because normally I'd make plates through the bender, but I don't have that. That was a JoJo reference. You're absolutely right. It's bizarre. Oh wait, no, that's Bloody Stream. Jojo. Jojo. I literally just started singing Bloody Stream again. I forgot the freaking part 3 intro. It's like Sonochi no Sadame. Da 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 da. Stardust. Sing all JoJo openings, but they're all replaced with Bloody Stream. Alright. I don't even know the actual words. It's just like literally just the notes. I know the notes. Right. Boom. Why is this out of energy? Why are you out of energy? Oh, well, I can give a pretty good estimate why it's out of energy. That's actually not that bad. That is like an extremely cheap fuel source. That's EMCable. Okay. Got that. Just need like 13 more. Now automate automation. Well, you see, that's a good idea in theory. However, once it gets to that point, I think it becomes self-aware. Kelp block is 40k RF. Dried kelp block. In the Sterling dynamo, which is essentially what we have. So, okay, looking up here, we have a steam boiler, which produces 160 millibuckets per tick. Honestly, I don't know what coal is. So, boom. Yeah, basic steam turbine is actually pretty W. Alright, boom, boom. Steel rods can actually go in the lathe. Make sure I'm doing everything efficiently. And bender. It's the same in the boiler. Yeah, kelp is really cheaper. Much cheaper because you don't have to actually cook it beforehand. You can just EMC it and then just grab it out of there. Speaking of which, I need to actually make a giant chest for that. This should be in the bender. Takes a lot longer, but I'm using half the resources. And then I gotta make steel, but technically I'm already making steel. Question is, do I need two? To upgrade this? Yeah, I need two. So I gotta make... You know what, I'm just gonna throw a whole freaking stack in here. Let it ride. Alright. Now I got two of these. Boom. Let's grab one of these. Just to make it look nice. Kind of. And then I need a tin pipe. Normal tin. Oh, but you see, I threw a whole stack in there. I was prepared. And then do that. Through a conveyor. Import. Can EMC kelp to an ender chest with a code. And give it to the whole set. Really? Free fuel for everyone. Really? Wow. This is an ingenious idea. Alright, fill up my entire backpack with it. And now this should basically run indefinitely. Because, like, that's a lot. That's a lot of dried kelp. I think it'll be fine. Theoretically. Okay, made all the steel. Let's actually make some more. For that I need charcoal. So I'm just gonna throw a bunch of wood in my frickin' furnace. Grab a couple. Ooh, I need a macerator as well. Yeah. Something like that. And then just grab iron. Boom. Easy. Alright. So I need a macerator. Why do I need glue? Oh, that's the resistor. Why do I should have more than plenty. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I would need a compressor for that. This, however, can go in the bender. This can go in the wire mill. How many amps is this using? Oh, I guess the thing can only make 1 amp. Yeah, basic steam turbine can only do 1 amp. Okay. Well, that's a little limiting, but not impossible. Alright, tin wire. Need steel rods. Oh boy, I'm running all my machines right now. I'm also gonna need wrought iron, so I'm gonna go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to take turkey off the menu. That's right. We're going back to the first Thanksgiving to take turkey off of the menu. Y'all remember that movie? Freaking... forgot what it was called. Bird something. Dustin, please stop with the turkey. Freebird, yeah. Freebird, oh my god. Just seeing the freaking Dustin, please stop. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Never watched it. Oh, it's so good though. Movie night, yeah. What? Never seen Freebird? Sounded like he was trying to make a bad movie. No, bro. No, bro. It's an actual movie. Unbelievable. Can't believe you've never heard of it. Let's go see Freebird. Yeah, we're gonna watch it in theaters. Even though it's never going to air in theaters again. Which honestly is pretty sad. There was a lot of really good movies. Back in my day. Back in my day, we used to go to the movie theater and watch the Lego movie. And then, I think after the Lego movie came out, I went to see the My Little Pony movie. My Little Pony movie, it's alright. I mean, it's not like... it's not the best. I much prefer the series over the movie. Dustin, let's get you back to the retirement home. I remember back in my day when we used to use fidget spinners. We used to use fidget spinners and we had ADHD cubes that went click and didn't actually do anything to help you focus. Back in my day, we used to dab. Do you guys remember the dab? I remember the dab. It's insane how long ago I first saw dabbing. Yeah, bro. Six, yeah, we gotta say 6-7 to counteract the dabbing curse. We gotta say like 6-7 and sung 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 sahor, tung 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 sahor, you know, to counteract the dabbing chica. And then I counteract that with the whip it nene. And stop! You're gonna make me drop my croissant. Am I just gonna reference a bunch of freaking 2018 or 2016 memes, bro? Back in my day, I used to watch setup videos because I couldn't afford a PC for myself. And now that I have a PC, I don't have a actual good setup. I got wires everywhere. And I played Pot of Greed and draw 2 cards, which is Pot of Greed, which lets me draw 2 cards, which is Pot of Greed. Yeah, bro. Peak. Peak wasn't even a thing back then. I think we used to call it swag. Peak is a modern game, yeah. We used to call it swagalicious. That's so swag. Back in my day, I used to play Jetpack Joyride on my mom's iPhone, dude. That's exactly what I did. The freaking iPhone 2, bro. Oh my god, that's exactly what I did. I played Jetpack Joyride. It was so fire when you finally got two abilities and then tried to stack them together because it had like a you could swap out the names and try to make things sound cool. Temple Run, Subway Surfers, yeah, that's also pretty good. I need an extractor. Boom. Okay, what? Excuse me? Oh yeah, I need to do this one. What else can I think of? Fidget spinners, dabbing. Draw my croissant. Shotgun. No, I want the front seat. No, I found a shotgun. Also, I want the front seat. Freaking Zach King. Used to watch Zach King. He would pull money off of the computer screen, and I thought, oh, I can do the same. Poor Dustin. Poor Dustin did not know. He could not, in fact, do the same. Poor Dustin thought he could print money. Poor Dustin was wrong. Very wrong. That is illegal. Very much illegal. Poor, poor Dustin was very stupid. I'm gonna be honest. Poor Dustin was very stupid. Is that even the bender? That one's the bender. Bro, remember in freaking high school when we were in Mr. Collins' class and freaking we made that jumping 2D platformer square game? Bro, that was fire. Me and Lucky had a collab project. Oh yeah, definitely not a ripoff of Big Tower Tiny Square. I think that's actually what we called it. Definitely not a ripoff of Big Tower Tiny Square. And we just like abbreviated it in the project files. I think that's actually what we called it. Yeah, that game was fire, bro. I can't afford Big Tower Tiny Square at home. Big Tower Tiny Square at home. Even though the game is completely free and you can just play it on Cool Math Games, which is no longer a website, I think. We did have lava. It was literally fire. This is very true. What am I doing? Steel. I need bronze. Wait, I have bronze. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I still have like game projects going on, but the thing is I'm also completely lazy. So nothing gets done. Whenever you need any resource, you must automate it. I kind of want to do I'm planning on doing that with the LV circuit. Cuz I don't want to make any more LV circuits. Not really. So that's probably going to end up happening. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good at this. Yeah, I'm currently working on an area to simplify automating everything I need. Yeah. LV circuits is one of those things that you definitely should automate. Just because you're going to end up needing a lot of them. That's why I made like a batch of 64. Eventually I'm going to need to use these LV circuits to make an MV circuit. So I kind of need that. You do not understand the sheer amount of compactedness I'm going for here. That's exactly what I try to do as well. I try to make it as compact as possible. Now, the question is, do you want to be compact lengthwise, height-wise, and depth-wise? Because you can make it a square, but you also kind of sacrifice height with that, or depth with that. You can make it long, but you, of course, sacrifice width. So it's all about kind of appeal, I suppose. And then there's also... No, just make it one really tall pillar. Yeah, you could also do that. Vertically scale it instead of horizontally. I guess another measurement you could go for is volume, like the sheer volume block count. So like if you have a 4x4, that's of course going to be like 16. But if you do like a 2x4 uh by like 2, that's going to be 16. But if you do like a 4x4x4, then that's going to be 64. So a 2x4x2 would be, of course, smaller. Yeah, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. A grilled cheese sandwich. You should see my word furnace. Yeah. I need to go to your base here in a moment. I'm just trying to get my assembler working because I want to make sure that I can make like the maximum amount of resistors for the items that I have. Which I need this pump for. I think for the extractor I can auto extract liquids. Yeah. Okay, so auto, and then this is supposed to be import. I didn't worry about making the max amount yet, but soon I will. Gotcha. Alright. Currently sitting on 5.2k diodes. Dang, dude. That's crazy. I think I automated clay dust last time, just because clay dust gives you a lot of different things. Can I say they don't make a good seat? Yeah, I wouldn't sit on a bunch of diodes. I would not do that. Diode to joy. All right. Got a basic assembler now. I can throw a bunch of glue in there. And also copper wire. And I think charcoal as well. Yeah, charcoal. So let's make some resistors. Let's make a lot of resistors. That's actually something I would need a drawer for. Definitely would need a drawer. Let's actually make it a spruce drawer. Yeah. All right. Can I order super chest? Yes. Yeah. Better than storage drawers. I wouldn't say they're better than storage drawers, actually. You can give a storage drawer a couple of, like, aluminum upgrades. Aluminium upgrades. I think you can give it, like, up to 4. But you do need aluminium ingots for that. You can give it steel ones, though. Excuse me? That's for sophisticated. Yeah, this mod pack has forced me to spell aluminium correctly. Yeah, can't use the American one. Aluminium. Steel upgrade. Okay, here we go. It's this. I need 2. Double tin. Oh my god. Just use that. And then bronze. Oh my god, I gotta do bronze? Really? Double lead? Okay. How much do I need? 4 plates. Alright. And then for tin plates, I think I have the tin plates. I just need the lead ones. I could have swore it was import. Also, do I need a specific... I do not. Okay. That should output correctly. I have it set up so that it imports. Why is this not working? Is that fluid input? No, that's output. Yeah, no, that's right. Wait, does this not produce glue? I need a centrifuge. Okay. That makes sense. Why it wasn't making glue. I'm doing like 5 things at a time here. Alright, boom. Boom. I should have used the bender. Okay. Alloy smelter. That would be copper and tin. Dang, that makes 4? That's actually really good. Oh my god, I just made the same mistake with steel. Ah! Alright, let's make more steel, shall we? I kind of need more steel anyway if I'm going to make a centrifuge. But we put 2 of those in there. And if I put like charcoal in here, it's 73,000. Right. So, looking at drawer, or functional. Looking at functional, it multiplies the block item storage by 8. And the steel one does it by 6. So 6 times 4, 24. 8 times 4, 32. So 24 to 32, that's 8. So you get an 8 times base on top of the steel upgrade. So it's kind of like having 1 extra. It's a lot better, basically. So initially, we would have 2K. One steel upgrade is 12K, and another one is 73K. So it's exponential. Yeah, it's exponential, I think. Which is really good once it gets to aluminum, because you have 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. So that's 36, 216, 1,200 and 96. 1,000. 96. 1,296 times. And then if you do 8 times, that's 64. 8 times 6. That's 48. 32. And then multiply that by 8. That's 4,096 times. So once you get to aluminum, it's way better. And that's 2K times, so 2,000 times 4,096, which is 81. $8 million blocks. 8 million items. So once you get to aluminum, drawers actually do become better since they go up to 8 million. With a super chest 2, it's also 8 million. So unless you want to use MV circuits on a super chest as well, technically you do get better storage space using aluminium upgrades on a functional storage drawer. I don't know why I calculated that out, but in my head I could have just used Desmos, but who wants to use Desmos, bro? There's no fun in that. Alright, centrifuge. Let's make a centrifuge, shall we? Just calculate everything in your head. That's usually what I do. I actually do that a lot at work. My work, what's 0 divided by 0? Not a number. Either that or infinity. It's either undefined or infinity. There is no in between. It's also depending on the use case. Sometimes 0 divided by 0 in integrals tends to end up being infinity, mainly just because it satisfies certain integrals. Which infinity? Like the first one. Not like Aleph null or anything. I'm getting distracted. I'm getting very distracted. Oh my god, it's almost 12 o'clock. I think I'm gonna make this centrifuge and then get off. Boom. Boom. Okay, well that was too easy. I don't think I'm gonna get off because of that. Wait, no. I don't want that. Alright. Now, this... turns sticky resin into raw rubber pulp. Which you can use with sulfur dust to make liquid rubber. Which you can make into a rubber ingot. Anyways, resistor. Resistor? I barely know her. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, this is the best way to get... Well, okay, second best way. Best way would be to use annealed copper. But this is good enough for my use case. I think... Yeah, I'm gonna force load this chunk just so it's running while I'm off. And I should also make it output to a barrel. All of my machines output to a barrel that is on top of them. Yeah, so, okay, this uses like 4 at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 1 stack. So if I replace that, I think that would be fine. Really what I need to do is I need to make a robot arm. Let me make a robot arm real quick. Quick speed run, robot arm. You know, I thought I had enough copper wire, but apparently not. Apparently one cannot use or have enough copper wire. So upgrade this a bit more. Yeah, so if I put that in there, 41.5K, which if we take that previous estimate and we do that, that equals I'm starting to think my math was off. That would be 2 million. Yeah, starting to think my math was a little off. Why? Okay. It can store 32. All right, hold on. Maybe it wasn't my math. Maybe it was this. Yeah, okay, I can store that with 2.7 minutes. Okay, my math was not off. Thank God. All right. Boom. I may actually be able to take some of this. I think that'll be fine. Boom. So grab this from the lathe. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So the reason why I made that is because if I put a barrel here and I do that, then I can set it to import. And I can supply exactly $64 from here. Well, I was gonna say I could probably go underneath. However, that seems to not be an option. So it looks like I will have to deal with this. All right. Alternative. We do that. Okay. Barrel. And we need normal 10. I need 3 of these. Boom. 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 Okay. Then we do boom, boom. And I need another robot arm. So we're gonna do boom. I'm just gonna throw the rest of them in there. Boom, boom. Now we got 2 robot arms. We're gonna do that and that, which will allow me to import and keep exact 64. Okay, I can do 4 here, 1 here. And then I need an item filter from Grade Tech, which is this. Zinc foil, zinc plate, zinc ingot. I do believe I have zinc, or some variation of it. It's fail, right? Zinc dust. Yeah, I thought I had that. I mean, I can just do that. I thought I had it, but I guess not. It's fail, right? This is gonna go in here, the furnace. I just realized that I don't even need this charcoal in here anymore since I have dried kelp blocks. Anyways, zinc. Why did I need zinc? I needed it for item filter. And I need 2 of them. And if we do it this way, we can still have the output to top. I'm also gonna set that to output to top so I can put all the rubber in here. Raw rubber pulp. Alright, and then boom, boom. Item filter. Alright, so this one is going to be copper wire. And this one is going to be charcoal dust. So the one that's charcoal dust is going to be that. One, two, three, four. Yeah, okay. I think that's good. If I put all this in here, it should, theoretically. Okay, well, theoretically didn't exactly work. Those both imports. Okay. Do I have another conveyor? I do. This should also be import. Okay. Maybe if I set that to export? No. Alright. Let's try this different. Let's have a robot arm. And let's have our barrel. Let's have it set to import. Keep exact. Item filter. 1 charcoal dust. Throw all this in here. There we go. That's what I like to see. Okay. Let's grab a bunch of slime balls. And let's make a bunch of resin. And let's also take this charcoal out. Since I don't need it in here anymore. And let's actually throw it in the macerator. Let's take some dried kelp and throw that in the furnace instead. Alright, that goes in the centrifuge. And now, since I have the robot arm on keep exact, this should just keep exactly what I need in here. Which it does. Awesome. Let's just throw all my tools in here before I log off. Alright. W progress. It was a lot of building, but still W progress nonetheless. And now I have an automatic resistor thing going on here. So I don't have to make those anymore. Not manually, anyway. Eventually, I'll have an automatic setup for it. But for now, I'm just gonna do that. And then, second thing would be for LV circuits, that would be the vacuum tube, which is liquid red alloy, which is copper and redstone. Copper wire, steel bolt, and glass tube. Not horrible by any means. You would still want to have an alloy smelter with glass dust, which is, of course, sand. Yeah, it should just be glass. Seriously? Yeah, there we go, glass. Byproducts from HV. Oh, well, technically that's on all of them. I think it still gives you glass. It's just all the byproducts are if you do HV stuff, which this has no byproducts. So you would basically just take some glass, break it down, and then that would go into the molding and become a glass tube. And then you would make steel bolts with a cutter. And then the steel rod would come from a lathe. The copper wire, pretty self-explanatory. Wire mill, red alloy, that would have to come from an alloy smelter with copper and redstone. Of course, both of those can just be smelted down. So, I think we get the gist of it. All of this is going to be a lot simpler when we get to an ME system, because we can just request things when we need it. Technically, that's pretty inefficient. Having it in a drawer would be pretty good, but we make do. Alright, I gotta get to sleep. So I'm just gonna throw one more thing of charcoal in there and call it good. Also mute the frickin' macerator, because macerator's annoying. And also the assembler. Some of these machines are like perfectly fine, and others are like really annoying. Like, I'm pretty sure the lathe is fine, bender's fine, centrifuge perfectly fine. It's just a stupid macerator and assembler. Alrighty. That's all the Monifactory for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. I love Monifactory. Monifactory is fun. Even though it is really just kind of a bunch of complex stuff, I really do like complex things. I think if you've watched my channel, you would understand that I like complex things. I made my own programming language before. Right now I'm working on sort of like my own AI gaming project. Not like an AI game, but like an AI that can play games. I'm working on that. Right now. And I mean, it's coming along all right. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly the process is that I want for it. Um, because it's pretty hard to try and do something like that, because essentially you need to set up a process for training um from like scratch. There's no library to like automate that, so I kind of need to program it myself. I will say that AI is actually really good. It's a pretty good help in the coding space. Just to like start a project. I wouldn't say using AI for like long-standing projects is all that useful. Because it does make a lot of mistakes. And unless you have the proper coding knowledge, I wouldn't say as a beginner use AI. Um, because you still have to know what the code does, and you have to like understand the code for yourself. If you don't understand the code for yourself, don't don't use AI. Learn like how programming languages work, how to read. I think that's actually a pretty important thing for programmers. I don't think necessarily understanding every single little detail about every single programming language is going to make you a good programmer. I think being able to read and understand what code does will help you out a lot more than uh, than understanding every intricate detail of like one programming language. Because if you're able to read and understand what code does uh, on like a basic level, you can do that across a lot of multitude of different programming languages and pick them up and learn them pretty easily. Which is what I was able to do because um some of my favorite programming languages are like Rust, and I originally came from TypeScript as well. Um I came from TypeScript, I went to Rust, and then right now I'm working in Python, and I've never worked in Python before. Uh but because it's pretty easy to read and understand, I was able to pick it up very easily. And if you are able to read and understand things really well, documentation is your friend, because um you can pretty much just read documentation and you'll learn everything you need to know about a programming language very quickly. Anyways, that's enough of me yapping. I hope you all have a good night, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace out, yo.